girl Cherry, and we are playing Do Not Take This Cat Home. One of my favorite viewers decided to recommend this to me, and I am so happy they did. Any other recommendations that you guys have, I would love to hear them so much, and I will play them if I can. I usually can only play the free games, and this one, thankfully, was free. It took a lot of searching through different shady websites. Technically, the first website that popped up was good, but Windows was trying to protect my PC with this game. So let's just say it felt shady, even though it's really not, hopefully. So let's get started. You're not having a great day, as usual. This looks so cute, though. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. Aww. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Oh, I love the rain! Typical. But maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today? Oh, my character does not like the rain. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? Ooh, that was creepy. It made me click just to put the same, for it to put it in the same text box. You turn to head home when... Meow! Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Oh, don't tell me it's the cat that does that. Well, that and the weather. ... But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. That is never a good idea. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Meow, meow. I love how it's making its own noises and I'm just making them for it. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a kitty! It's a kitty! Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. No crap, Sherlock. That is a cat. It was making cat noises. You thought it was the homeless guy on the street corner? No, man. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Ooh, so descriptive. It's a little walking void. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Oh my gosh, that was a little new. That's so cute. So cute. And it definitely knows it. You never had much of an opinion on one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. Careful what you wish for, man. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. Oh! ... You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? You sound like the kind of person who would leave a cat in a cardboard box. The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Ooh, okay, this is hard. The game is called Don't Take the Cat Home. But what if I take him home? It's so cute! Look at that little face, the little void. Nope, get it together, Cherry. We are not taking the cat home. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking in a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon, and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give this cat a sad nod. Sorry, good luck out there, okay? You turn around and leave the cat. Rain's picking up. Time to head home. Ending. Not a fool. That's cute! Oh my gosh! Wait, what? What knitting was that again? You're not having a great day as usual. Okay, okay. Do I have a history? It says history. History. Oh, that's it. Oh, great. Blah, 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 blah. Hello. Hello, cat. I'm skipping all of this dialogue. Monologue? I guess I'm not really talking to anyone, so I guess it's a monologue. I'm talking to myself. Okay, this is where we're gonna save. Okay. We're gonna save here. Yes, override save. Return. That way, take it home. Dot, 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 dot. You know what? Uh-oh. You reach to the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Uh-oh. Why not? That's so cute! You're all alone and well. I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so... You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. We're gonna stick together, right? At least for a little while. I don't trust it. Purr, whatever. The perfect arrangement. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and we'll take it to the shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Oh. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Only you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. Aww! You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and your rush is over. It looks like a plate of food. It looks at the plate of food. Dot dot dot. And completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try to not let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your leg with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread. Ew! The worst. Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. So you're just like, ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. Uh-oh. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. This creepy music gone! No! You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just a... You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, But that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? But regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's raining outside. Not after all of your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Oh, come on! Enough already! You shove it away with a little more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. Oh. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. I mean, maybe it would. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and... Oh? The lights just went out. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. I don't think that was a rain, my dude. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. Huh? Cell phone? Cell phone is out of batteries. What? What do you mean? Do you mean battery? What? You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. Okay, so yeah, you just didn't plug it in. I was thinking you were saying like you had like batteries in it. And I was about to say, like, what millennia are you from, my dude? Okay. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. Your unusual routine, whatever. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. Void? Void, where are you? Dot dot. Dot dot dot. It's quiet. Too quiet. Yep. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? Because you're an idiot. You look outside. The sky's pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. All of those numbers. Dude! Is that help or hell? Help. Kill and help. Holy crow. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. And going completely haywire. I wonder if the numbers are important. I would save here, but I don't think they are. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue, if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking, it's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still. With your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round, inky pits. Whoa! You just messed with my personal inner monologue. I don't like that. The flashlight flickers. Uh-oh. Dot, 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 dot. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. Girl, no order is going to be restored. ... But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response. Oh. Like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered, "Let's play." Right into your ear, right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action, but you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle. Uh-oh, Kiggy, no! But something warm and wet trickles... That's what she said. Trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from the outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, in regards to your inexplicably opened door screech to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. It's still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely cleaned by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It's the void! Hello, void! ... It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes comes forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. Oh? It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. You're gonna lick it, aren't you? Oh! You little... And bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. Oh. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in. Is that breathing? Licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. But there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you, everything, except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes on the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. You can't stop, won't stop. Now when the shadows grow around you, now when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you, not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you, even then you don't stop running because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Ooh! We're gonna save. We're gonna look behind them. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. What? So let's see. Endings. Hey, where's the Nyata Fool thing? Keep running. We're gonna keep running. Huh. Interesting. How very, very interesting. It's the same thing! What? No, no, no. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. What? The weather's absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? What? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. Whoa! You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Meow. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. Oh. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Meow, meow. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alleyway. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a kitty. Huh? Guess it should have been obvious. It's just the same as before. Oh! It's opening its mouth this time. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Maybe it did open its mouth before. So, you look so familiar. Right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Oh, we're saving. We're saving. Let's do the do not take the cat home again. Sadly, as cute as this cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. Dot, 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 dot. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? Ooh, there's more of them. Leave the cat. I don't think it's a good idea to get this cat's hopes up of having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit. What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? What was that? Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand What was that? You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat moves, meows almost pitifully at you. Save. There's so much to this. Like, dude, there's so many layers. I love it. No, nope. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you'd forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do with your day off. Oh! There's so much to this, like so many layers. I love it. Okay, we're gonna go watch a movie. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drive yourself to the movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though. You're not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie when you're audience. There's so many options! Page 2. Okay. We're gonna go to the old theater. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of any traces of the other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s, maybe even the 70s, but it's what you're counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater the movie will be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle. You've been counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. Yes, I always do that! As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Dot, 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 dot. From the screen flickers on. No commercials, no trailer pop up. The movie just begins. Please, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. But just as you're getting into the premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. Behold, no pressure inside. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense the new presence slowly shifting around the theater before heading in a general direction. What? You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle only to sit right in front of you. There's no one else here, and plenty of spaces to sit. The stranger's also unusually tall. It's tons of kickies in a trench coat! Even with the stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. What? Why are there so many options? Y'all, we're gonna have to do multiple videos on this. That's for sure. I'm gonna confront the stranger. You hate confrontation. You can already feel your palms starting to sweat the idea of it. Do it! Your throat's closing up and your body's starting to shake. Come on, you got this. You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter. Sounds more like a freezer right now. But you paid for this ticket. Yeah! You've wanted to watch this movie for ages. Yeah! And now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. Yeah! You're all alone in this theater. There's no one who will help you if something goes wrong. But you're angry enough that you ignore the signs of your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and this stranger. You stand up, even standing higher up on the incline. The stranger is still at least a head taller than you. Oh? The movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if a hush immediately falls heavily over the theater at your movement. As if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next. You square your shoulders and force a little bass into your voice. Hey! The effort makes your words come out more harshly than you intended, like a sudden, vicious bark. But you figure they deserve it anyway. You're being a real jerk, you know that? Just what are you playing at, huh? Are you trying to piss me off? Okay, listen, if you're gonna confront the guy, why don't you just say, hey, it's hard for me to see. Can you not just, like, sit in front of people? That's really rude. Say something like that. Actually, I probably would have moved or left the theater. But this is for content, okay? We don't like you, bro. We're in the right, and you're annoying, and you're a jerk. Yeah, and if I could say bad words, I would. And I can, but, like, I try not to on this channel, okay? ... The silence that follows your words is deafening. So much that you glance at the screen only to find that the movie has paused. Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly. Oh no! Like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the moves of a predator. You don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare to blink. Oh? Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns. Oh! And then turns some more. And then turns more beyond what should be possible, neck bones cracking. Oh, to face you direct. You can't move. Wide glowing eyes resting above a wider grinning mouth gaze down at you. The stranger opens their mouth and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. I'm not even pressing the touchpad. Why is it just going on its own? Okay, is it done? Okay, yeah. The voice is endlessly deep and creaks like a weighty door, foreboding and oddly melodic, alluring. But it also snaps you out of your terrified trance. Before you know it, you're already out the door. You run through the hallways of the empty theater, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind, but you're too afraid to look. The exit now in sight, you sprint forward and burst through the doors. You look frantically around and spot the crowded cinema across the street. People, that's what you need, safety numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush into the street, and when a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. Save. It was saying don't look behind you over and over again. ... Despite your resistance, you feel your head turning, tilted back as if it's on its own accord, while in the middle of the street. Catch a glimpse of a grotesque-looking person standing behind the glass doors of the old theater, watching you intensely, cradling something in their arms, something familiar. It's the void! But beep! That just ran over. Oh shit! A glimpse is all you get, as a truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. You're killed on impact. Your body splattered across the road and crushed further until under the heavy tires. Ending 16. Poor screening arrangements. There's so many of the. Oh my gosh. So we have ending 0 and ending 16. But also we had another ending that it didn't count, which kind of annoys me, honestly. Which is really weird, because like I did the ending Not a Fool, which is so cute. And kind of stupid. But no, I'm a sucker for good jokes like that though. Okay. So thank you all so much for watching. This is Cherry Bomb. I love you, my little cherry blossoms. Thank you again so much for the recommendation. And I hope that you guys give me more. I love this game. Tell me if you want to see more of this, because there are a lot of endings. A lot. 40?